So good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Thanks for joining us here, having breakfast with your teams. Hopefully it was a good one and you enjoyed the camaraderie that you had with your teams. What we're going to do today is I'm just going to kind of give you an overview of things that are going on in the county, in the department, open it up for some Q&A, and then we're going to have individual development for the rest of the day that you'll be able to do on your own in probably your favorite place, home. So with that, let me get started and I'll share my screen. All right, so for our in-service day today, I want to cover a couple things. It's going to probably be about less than an hour. I'm going to talk about our new teammates, some of our posted positions. Going to share a video from the Board of County Commissioners with you. It's a thank you video. Going to talk a little bit about our department and our county's philosophy. A little bit about our department goals and some of the key performance indicators or KPIs that we have as a department. I'm going to talk about our county employee engagement survey results, our department employee engagement survey results. Talk about some of our branch leader of the year one more time, and a couple of other recognition things, and then wrap up the Q&A, and then again, individual development on your own for the rest of the day. So new hires. In the last couple of weeks, we've hired two maintenance techs for Land O'Lakes, Brian Mathis and Travis Page. Brian and Travis, you want to wave? We can all see you. All right, thank you guys. We've hired two new facility attendant/screeners, one for Dade City, one for Newport Richey, Alice Tomlin and Anna Sanchez. And we have a new custodian in Dade City, Priscilla Perez. So welcome them to the team. Thanks for being part of us, and look forward to great things in the to come. We also have a few open positions that we're recruiting for right now. We have an assistant operations and maintenance manager position that has gone through the first round of interviews. Second round of interviews begins this week, and hopefully we'll be able to find the right person to fill that role. We also have a project coordinator 3, that's Chris Coy's position. She'll be leaving us here at the end of April, and that position is currently posted and it closes on 2/18. We're hopefully going to be able to find somebody, and then they'll be able to cross-train with Chris for a good couple weeks before she leaves us for retirement. We wish her well, and we thank her for all of her dedicated service over these many years. So Chris, this will be your last in-service day, and just want to say thank you very much for all that you do for us. We're also recruiting for a real property manager position. This posted on 2/18. Dave Sustachek, his wife, took a big position, but it's going to be based out of Orlando. And Dave and his wife are going to be moving out to Orlando and trying to commute and serve the needs of the county are just too great from that far distance. So we wish Dave and his wife well, and we're going to be recruiting for that position. We also have a senior project manager position that's posted, and that will close on 2/18. And that's going to be a bond position for a senior project manager, so it's not going to be a permanent position. Just wanted to share a thank you from the Board of County Commissioners for everything that you do, and let me play that right now.
Hi everybody, Pasco County Commissioner Mike Moore here, and I want to thank each and every one of you for all the great work you've done over the past year. I know it's been challenging because of COVID-19, but again, you guys have overcome that, and you're doing great things. We look forward to the next year to come. Thank you again for all your efforts.
Hi, I'm Commissioner Fitzpatrick, and I would like to thank all of our staff last year for helping everyone throughout the county and our citizens, and for all of their hard work through the pandemic. Thank you for all of your help, and let's continue to have another great, successful year. Thank you.
I'm Commissioner Jack Mariano, and I'd like to thank the Pasco County staff for doing such a phenomenal job all year long. From our citizen survey results that we're seeing, the results are through the roof. We are on our way to being a premier county with so many great progress that's being made through the whole county. This has been a tough year working through it. I think we've adapted extremely well to take care of our citizens, and they really appreciate it. And I know I speak for our commission as well. We all appreciate the great work staff has done, and especially want to reach out to the Stormwater Group. What they have done for so many citizens that aren't flooding out anymore has been great. Code enforcement with all the restrictions and difficulties we had to go deal with. People are seeing the results from that as well. So thank you to everybody for doing such a great job for the citizens of Pasco County.
Good morning. I'm Commissioner Starkey, and I just want to take a moment to thank all the staff here at Pasco County Government for having such an incredible, successful year in spite of all the challenges we faced. This pandemic, I think, threw a loop for everybody, but we have persevered and done record business and had such positive responses through this pandemic that it's just been incredible. And I really want to thank you for all your hard work. And I know next year will be still a challenge, as well, as we're such a fast-growing county, but we're being successful because of all your good efforts, and I'm just so grateful.
Good morning. I am Ron Oakley, the chairman of the Pasco County Board of County Commissioners. We're here today to express our appreciation for our employees and staff. They have done a great job during this time of COVID-19 and the epidemic, and we certainly appreciate all they've done. They've had different stresses on their job. They've actually had to work at home, and they've worked also in the office when necessary. And they've done a great job. We certainly appreciate everything they do. And I express that not only for myself, but also for our Board of County Commissioners. We all appreciate all that you've done. We know that we've got double digits and best place to work in Pasco County for the year of 2021. And we also know that it's the best time or place to raise your family, do your work, and also enjoy what we have to offer in our sports coast and facilities that are there just for you, so your family can have a better life. And we thank you for all that you do, and from the bottom of our hearts, we certainly appreciate all that you do.
All right, so as you can tell, for those of us who have been around a little while, this is the first time I can recall that the board has reached out and give a special thank you message in this way. I think that's indicative of where we are as an organization. Things have changed dramatically in the past, let's call it 7 years, from the transition from John Gallagher as the county administrator, through Michelle Baker, and now into Dan Biles as the county administrator. And working with the boards in each one of those administrations, you can see the culture change that's occurring within the county. That really stems back to some of the underlying philosophy that's going on in the county. We've all heard Dan Biles' sort of mantra of people, purpose, and performance. And I think the organization really is focused on those things. This is what we call our leadership system, what you see on the slide right now. This is undergirded with people, purpose, and performance. Ultimately, our mission is to serve the community, to create a better future. We're led by our strategic plan, which then helps us to set the direction. We lead the way, we plan the work, we work the plan, we measure what we're doing, and we reward and reinforce so we can learn and improve. Ultimately, all of that is surrounded within the boundaries of our values, and that's how we get work done for our workforce, our customers, and our stakeholders. We also do that, as I said, by looking at our vision, being Pasco's premier county, serving our community to create a better future as our mission, and those values of integrity. These values we have as a couple bullet points that help us define these. We're honest. We do the right thing even when nobody's watching. We stand up for what's right. We own mistakes and we learn from them. When we talk about respect, it's something that we earn. We treat everyone with courtesy, consideration, compassion. We appreciate all, regardless of position or title. We resolve conflicts to help others and improve our team unity. We think about service excellence as defined by serving others to make our community better. We place citizens and customers' interests first. We deliver at the highest standards, and we're always willing to learn and improve. And through innovation, we're open to change. We want to minimize complexity, simplify processes. We're open and embrace creativity and encourage participation. And we want to implement cost-effective solutions wherever they can be found. So these values undergird everything that we do as a county as a whole, and they're the philosophy that we're all built on as we work here. But what are we like in facilities? We're also one team, but we've got 3 divisions. So we're basically a team of teams. We have one purpose, though. We serve as a foundation for success. We are a department that is dedicated to serving others. Customer service is what we do, whether it be in real property and planning, construction and renovation, or operations and maintenance. Facilities management is comprised of these 3 branches, these 3 divisions. And when we do that, we can serve as a foundation for success. One of the key drivers for this team of teams model is these 4 ideas. We've got to trust one another. Individually, we have to have transparency, credibility, and vulnerability. In our teams, we've got to have a group identity, and we've got to have safety with one another, psychological safety. At the department level, we need to be fair and objective. We also need to have this common purpose, right? We've got that. Working toward the common purpose of shared goals, values, and an in-depth understanding of how we align individually and as a department. We have a shared consciousness. We have interdependencies among us. We aren't just 3 separate divisions that are all doing their own separate work. We truly want to share an understanding of what each group's work is and how we can help one another and face the challenges across our workforce so that we can overcome barriers and find opportunities. We also want to empower execution. We want to create flexibility, and we want to create speed through decentralized decision-making, the empowerment of others, shared ownership, accountability, and alignment. With these 4 ideas, we can become an amazing team, and we are on the path toward that. Every year, we talk about what our department goals are. This year, our department goals are 8. Some of these goals relate to RP&P, some relate to CNR, some relate to O&M, some are across the board, and they relate to everyone. So achieve an average score of greater than 4.65 for the questions on the customer comment cards. That's something that we all can do. I'll talk about where we stand in just a minute. Ensure that 95% of our work is completed with our service levels. Update our service level agreement for each division and ensure that customers are informed of those service level agreements. We created these service levels several years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago now. At that time, one of our divisions, RP&P, that was joining us at that time, was kind of a shot in the dark of where your SLAs lie. And since that time, we've been able to refine what those look like, and we're going to be able to make those SLAs a little more realistic, not only for the work that needs to be provided, but also for explaining it to our customers. Number 4, continue to refine our work order system, our project tracking systems, our budget request processes within Performo and Projecto. This is the idea of continuous improvement. Number 5, create 5 policies and procedures during FY21. A flag policy. We've had Pasco Flags, the Pasco Flags group, but really understanding what the policy is and when we need to lower and raise and how that's done. Just formalizing that is something we want to do. Set points. We've had this as well. We've had these county standards, but we've never really formalized them. We're going to take an opportunity this year to really formalize that for our heating and cooling standards across the board. Building naming. This has come up in the most recent future, and we're anticipating that maybe some buildings might want to be named after people. We want to make sure we have a good policy around that. Property acquisition, we want to make sure that we're standardized in the way we do property acquisition. And vacations, that's another area where we want to make sure we standardize those processes. So getting it down into a policy and procedure is going to help us in that way. Number 6, complete the update to the facility master plan through 2040. Happy to announce that at the last board meeting, the facilities master plan was approved by the board, and we will be beginning the efforts on that. And Cynthia will be leading the way in the master plan exercise, along with Furr, Wegman, and Banks is going to be our primary architectural and engineering firm that's going to be assisting us with that effort. Number 7, we want to rebudget no more than 10% of all of our FY21 non-CIP projects. I can tell you that TJ and his team in construction renovation have their eye on that ball, and TJ shares with Doug and I monthly his progress toward achieving that goal, and they are well on track. So great job this year, CNR. And number 8, improved service contract surveillance and compliance, rewrite specifications for all expiring service contracts. So Mario is working on that along with Jesse, and those service contracts will be rewritten this year and put out the bid. And I'm sure there's many others that have a hand in that, and appreciate what you're doing there. Thank you. So these are our big goals for this year that we want to achieve. What about kind of the day-to-day stuff? Or how are we doing on some of these goals that have very defined measures? Well, here's how we know we're doing a good job. First, I want to talk about our customer survey results. So in our operations and maintenance group, that's what this group box is right here. In FY19, we had a 4.81, 4.84, 4.83, and a 4.81 overall. In FY20, 4.85, 4.83, 4.86, 4.84. In FY21, year to date, quality, 4.87, 4.85 for timeliness, 4.87 for customer service, and 4.87 overall performance. 340 surveys turned in so far this year to date. We're 4 months into the year. Again, our goal was 4.65. I think I've mentioned this before, but 4.65 is a solid A, not an A minus. We want to have an A team around here. And quite honestly, we've got an A plus team with the way these scores are right now. So congratulations to all of you. That's delivering customer service out in the field. Much appreciated. Also, in our annual survey, which is different than our customer feedback cards that we have, our annual survey last year in 2019, we scored 3.98 for quality, 3.88 for timeliness, 4.03 for customer service, and 3.97 for overall performance. However, in FY20, 4.09. 4.07, 4.11, and 4.10 for overall performance. Trending in the right direction on all 4 areas. In RPP, in FY20, and in CNR, it was the first year that we really rolled out the customer survey results. They're just starting to come in. We've only had 1 come in for RPP and 3 for CNR. So I would ask those teams to really make sure you're talking to your customers and give them an opportunity to give feedback. It's valuable, it's important. But you can see the scores where they came in, 5.0s with the 1 person that responded to RP&P, 4.0, 4.0, 4.2, 4.0 for the 3 that came in for CNR. Our SLAs in the Operations and Maintenance Division, Central, East, and West for FY20. You can see them here. Well below the 1-day goal. On service level 2, which is urgent, well below our 5-day goal. And on service level 3, well below our 15-day goal in all areas. Great job. So that's how we know we're doing a good job. But we have more information. Our internal services survey that I just talked about really takes a deeper dive into all departments. Here's how we stack up against other departments in the internal services branch as it relates to quality. You can see that we scored a 4.09. And you can take a look at some of the other departments and divisions across the internal services branch. In timeliness, we scored a 4.07. You can see where we rank as compared to other departments within the internal services. How about customer service? We scored a 4.11. You can see where we rank compared to others in internal services. Information technology took the lead with 4.31 in customer service this last year. How about overall performance? We scored a 4.10, tied with emergency management for 3rd place. Information technology took 1st place, human resources, and then facilities and emergency management tied for 3rd in the branch. How about looking at it from a higher level? Overall, how's the branch doing? How are we treating our customers as an internal services branch? Since 2012, we've been doing this survey, asking these similar questions. You can see the trend line from 2012 to 2020 continues to rise. We started at about overall 3.6. We're now overall in all 4 categories above 4.0. We've got a great branch that's doing great things for our customers. So let's take a closer look at some of the areas as it relates to each one of our divisions. You can see within real property, we broke out those same questions. Are we keeping our team members keeping our customers well informed? Are the team members knowledgeable and professional? We asked that about real property, construction renovation, and operations and maintenance. You can see the results there. I'll be sending these out. You can have discussions further with your teams related to these individual scores. Also, we asked, is it easy for you to submit a work order request? That was pretty resounding as a yes, highly scored there. And are we kept informed on our work order requests? A little less information there. And does facilities hold our contractors, custodians, our custodial pest control, HVAC accountable for their services? As you can tell by those scores, we've got some work to do. Here's just a comparison of all those questions year over year. Those same questions from here, totally averaged out year over year. 3.87 last year to 3.97 for RPP for well-informed. 4.03 to 4.12 for knowledgeable. 4.1 to 4.2 for professional. You can see those scores all the way down the line. Again, the area where we need to put a little focus, the only area that actually went down this year compared to last year is monitoring and controlling our contractors. We need to put some extra focus there, and we're intending to do so. Hence why it's one of our department goals this year. So how are we doing countywide? We just had the employee engagement survey. Let's talk a little bit about that and tell you where we are. I'm going to be sharing with you the countywide employee engagement survey results, and then I'll share with you our department survey results. But I wanted to give you the bigger picture for Pasco County overall. This November, when we took the survey, we had a response rate of 51%. Out of the 2,636 employees in Pasco County, 1,334 responded. This is higher than the average response rate of 44% that we typically see from local governments. In 2016, really important to take a look at this word cloud. When we do this survey, the company that does this, Energage, provides this word cloud. Red meaning they were kind of negative connotation words. All right? Take a look at the word cloud for this year. Green, positive connotation words. And the other thing that you see there, respect, integrity, service excellence, innovation, innovative, our values are now included as positive motivating factors. Where are we compared to other organizations? We're in the 72nd percentile as compared to other organizations, other local government organizations in employee engagement. In 2016, when we took this survey, 34% of the organization was considered engaged or highly engaged. We are now at 50%. And we have gone up since the last survey, and we're a little higher scoring than the typical average. Oops. So you can see 2016, this was the way deeply disengaged, disengaged, engaged, enthusiastically engaged in the purple. Over time, more enthusiastically engaged and more engaged. And it's the second time in a row that deeply disengaged has been below 10%. Now, if we take a look at that's that same chart for this year. Who were the best departments? Who were the most engaged departments? Well, first off, they broke out the ACAs and department directors this year. ACAs and department directors are well engaged, but the most engaged department within the entire Pasco County Board of County Commissioners, departments and divisions is facilities management. So congratulations to you all. Next was Parks and Rec, Information Technology, Utilities, Public Transportation, and Libraries. Here's how we've done year over year over time. Here's sort of another way to think of that. What's the ratio of engaged to deeply disengaged employees? World-class companies are just about at like 9.7. That's where they've got 9.7 engaged employees for every one deeply disengaged employee. Where are we? About 5.7. The average U.S. company has about 1.9, 1.8. This is where we were when we took this survey the first time. For all these questions, do I feel well informed? New ideas are encouraged, genuinely appreciated. My manager helps me to learn and grow. My manager cares about my concerns. You can see then where those scores fell. This is in 2016. Now take a look at those scores. This is from 2020. 2016, 2020. We're moving in the right direction as a county. Now let's talk about our departmental employee results. There's our word cloud. This year, our survey results were slightly down from last year, but higher than typical average for most other organizations. You can see our questions, and this little dash, it's hard to see on the screen sometimes, but there's a little dash of where the county's score is relative to where our departmental score is. You can see we are above the county average in all but one area. The job makes me feel like I'm part of something meaningful. So I'd like your feedback. You can talk amongst your teams. Doesn't have to be today, but talk after we're done here today with your supervisor that's in the room with you about ways that we can help bridge this gap so that you really do feel like you're part of something meaningful. I would hope that the understanding of why we do what we do, we're here to serve the public, would be part of that meaningful understanding. Some areas where they recommend that we celebrate, employees that have been here for over 15 years are really engaged. Do you believe Pasco County is going in the right direction? Yes. Pasco County BCC enables me to work at our full potential. New ideas are encouraged. Caregivers, that was another question this year that was related to working from home, whether you were a caregiver or not. Caregivers and those who were able to work from home felt more engaged and appreciated. And I feel genuinely appreciated at Pasco County. And the average of our middle and bottom scores was above average. These are some areas where we can work on improvements. If you've been here for 1 to 3 years, thinking that we do things efficiently and well, if you've been here from 1 to 3 years, genuinely feel appreciated. And if you've been here 1 to 3 years, feeling like your job is part of something meaningful. Also, if you've been here less than 15 years and more than $50,000, you might not be as engaged. And employees hired 3 to 5 years ago, a little less engaged, and mostly on-site employees are just slightly less engaged than last year. Some of the comments, there's a lot of comments. There's not enough time to put all of them up, but I thought I'd pull out just this one because it closes this part of our discussion on a little bit of a positive note. Facilities management comments. I love my job because it's sort of a fill in the blank question. I love my job because I'm learning and growing as a supervisor with the support of my supervisors. I love my job because it makes me feel like a team player. I love my job because I enjoy waking up in the morning, coming to my office. A lot of people I know not say that. I love my job because I get to do what I love while doing good for the citizens of Pasco County. I love my job because I feel like I'm making a positive impact on the community, both within and outside of the BOCC. I love my job because I'm respected. I love my job because of the flexible work schedule, the opportunity for advancement and pay. I also like the ability to directly communicate with my supervisors about any issues that I'm having. I love my job because I have work office flexibility. My supervisor is respectful. I love my job because I work with people that make me feel appreciated and acknowledge my hard work and the effort I bring each day. I love my job because my director and manager allow me to do my job and not micromanage like the previous regime. I love my job because I have a future. I love my job because I can share my long work experience and education in an environment which is open to my suggestions. And I love my job because you're able to do your job and still have the flexibility to take care of family and personal life. These comments here are truly what we are about as a department. When I read these, this is what we want to be. Are there days when we fail to do so? Yes. But is this what we really are about? Absolutely. Next, I'd like to congratulate once again Jesse Bednarik as our Facilities Management Leader of the Year, and also our Internal Services Branch Leader of the Year. Just last week, we were able to take this picture with Jesse. This will be the official picture for the Leader of the Year for the Internal Services Branch. And so, Jesse, once again, thank you for everything you do. Thanks for being part of this team. Thanks for your leadership, and just wish you a wonderful 2021. Everybody, let's give a big round of applause for Jesse. I also have a couple of other award and recognition things I'd like to tell you about. We've mentioned these before, but I have a feeling some of these people are here in the building or around today, and they may not have been around when we did our last reward and recognition ceremony. I'd like to thank Matt Kraniach for 5 years of service. Congratulations, Matt. I have your 5-year pin, and just thank you for everything you do for Pasco County and for being here as a team player. Thank you, Matt. Next, Jason DiBattista. You were not here when we announced your award for 5 years of service as well. Jason, thank you for your 5 years of service with Pasco County. Thanks for being an excellent tech and helping serve Land O'Lakes very well. Good job, Jason. Next, this is long overdue, but better late than never. Jesse Bednarik, I have a 10-year pin for you. Yeah, right? Congratulations, Jesse. Your 15-year is coming soon. Finally, I have Rich Getz. For whatever reason, I have a Star Performer Award that we announced and tried to give to you, but it's been sitting here on my desk. And I want to make sure that we announce that Rich Getz, actually, Rich was nominated in 2019 as our Employee of the Year, and he received that. But this has been sitting on my desk for a long time. This was actually in 2019 when he was nominated for his month of November as the Star Performer. So I apologize for not getting this to you, Rich, but I have it on my desk and we're going to get it to you. Finally, I have Rick Hopper. Is Rick Hopper here today? He is. Rick, when you weren't here when we did our last award ceremony, but Rick Hopper, this is your awards plaque for being part of the team of the year here in facilities, along with the rest of the grounds team. And so thank you for your dedication and service to the county. Appreciate you, man. All right, so I want to close by talking about our values one more time. Again, integrity, respect, service excellence, and innovation is the foundation that we're built on, because we want to become Florida's premier county. And the way we're going to get there is to serve our community to create a better future, while as a facilities department, serving as a foundation for success for our customers. So with that, I now open it up to some Q&A, and feel free to unmute your mic if you have any questions and answers. That's my spiel for this morning, and open to any questions you might have. I can bring out the dancing dog again if you'd like. All right, well, hearing no questions, I'll conclude the meeting for today. Supervisors, feel free to talk with your teams about what the rest of the day looks like as you do individual development on your own. And if anybody has any questions, they can talk to their supervisor about what that means. And we thank you all and have a great day. Hopefully, the rest of the day is relaxing and enjoyable for you, and you're able to develop easily. Have a good one. Appreciate y'all.
He's not here.